little increments to tackle life effectively. Do a little at a time. So what you look at is when you look at the ant, it's an amazing example of that it's such a small little thing, but yet it's very productive. It's highly productive little insect. You know what I mean? They make like those anthills in some countries, in comparison to their size, they're making like 1,000-story buildings. You know what I mean? It's like 1,000 stories high or more. Maybe we have some problems. Well, I think one problem is that we want things too fast. Okay, today we were used to the microwave, we're used to drive-through, you know, we're used to getting things right now. And they want it right now, and so what happens is they create a negative experience for themselves. You understand? They crunch. You crunch for exams, you crunch for you want to lose 10 pounds, let's say, in a short amount of time. You understand? And so people then they think, oh, well, you know, dieting is not fun. You know, I'm like, well, but you created that negative experience because you made it hard. If you just say, instead of wanting things right now, and then after, once you achieve it, then, you know, a couple of months down the road, you're like back up to you've gained the 10 pounds back, let's say. The reality is that if you do a little bit at a time, you understand, you're not creating a negative experience for yourself, and it's a more lasting effect. But the problem is we go to one extreme where we didn't do any exercise, we didn't cut out any portions, and then all of a sudden now we got to start cutting the portions and doing all the exercise, and we go and we do everything all at once. It's like, of course it's going to be hard. You understand? You're completely not used to it, and you took on so much. Well, do a little bit at a time. It comes in the same area as like cleaning your room or doing some kind of a task, having a project. We see the whole big project and we're like discouraged by it, or we just see it as this big huge thing, hard work that we have to do, and so we keep putting it off, or what have you. But if you just had the mind of like, let's put a dent in it, let's just do a little bit now and let's put a dent in it. I don't have to do it all at once. Stop trying to do it all at once. Put a dent in it, and then you go back, you put another little dent in it. Succeed is set up common courtesy environment, easily doable. Make it easier on yourself. And it's just like, what can you do to maybe make the task easier? What can you do? You know what I mean? Make it easier. Go ahead and do it. You understand? It's the element of getting it done. That's what counts. You understand? Getting something done, making an accomplishment. You don't have to make it miserable. You don't have to make it the hardest way possible. How about making it the easiest way possible? You understand? You get it done. Just say, okay, I'll just do a little bit. I'll just do this little part today. Sometimes you get inspired and set yourself. Say, okay, that's enough. That's good. It doesn't have to be all done right now. And so when you look at the ant, it's like this really wise thing to see how they're just these little tiny little bugs, and they're so productive. They're always moving around. You know, you find them everywhere. I mean, they're just little. They're just little, and they get things done. So the ant is telling you, do a little at a time, man. It gets done. Bits and pieces. Bestow, influence, transfer, sow, and prosper in every circumstance, entering success. You know what I mean? It's a progression. It's keep on. Do a little bit at a time. Be consistent. Consistency is huge. That's why people crunch to lose 10 pounds. They want to lose it in a week or two, and then they lose it, but then they gain it all back in a few months. But consistency will keep going. You know what? There's a story of like some kids, a couple of young guys going up a hill, okay? There's an old man, he's walking up the hill, and there's two kids running up the hill. And so they go. The old man, he just walks. He's just gonna walk up the hill. The kids, they're running. They're running up the hill. So it's like, wow, they're gonna blow him away. They're gonna get up there way faster than he was. And the old man is walking. The kids, the two young guys, they're running up the hill. And what happens? Well, they need to take a little break. Okay, man, let's rest for a few minutes. You know what I mean? So they take a little rest, you know what I mean? They joke around as they're resting, you know what I mean? They're The old man's walks right by them. They hear a snap of the twigs, and there goes the old man walking, and they look at him. Whoa. So they start running again. They're running up the hill. They're passing the old man. He's way past them. They're running. And so what happens? They got to take a break. Okay, let's take a break, man. Let's take a rest. It's to stop for a second and rest. And so they stop, they rest. You understand? They're resting. Next thing you know, a little time goes by. Crackle, crackle goes the sticks, and comes the old man walking past them. You understand? And so that's the element. That's a little lesson there about consistency. You understand? So people are going through life stressing themselves out. Oh, I gotta get this done and I gotta get that done. And all along, people that are just being consistent, just taking your time and do it. Just do it and take your time. It gets done.